No, I didn't.
Because
no, I did not. But many people advised him, many people called him. I said from that dais what I wanted to say.
What did people tell him?
And I said it in no unclear terms.
No, what did people tell him?
I think people must have said that, Anna, you better be away because the expectation is of a movement. Expectation of the youths and the middle class youths also and the others who looked at you and the movement as the hope, and there was no clear mandate on the electoral politics. But I am also told that there is a lot of opinion in favor of the team members or some movement people entering the electoral politics. I think the present situation of the country is such that many people are passing and facing.
No, there has been talk, Medha Patkar.
I think, very few people feel very clear about the people's
I know what you're saying, but there has been talk that, Shiv Khera, that Arvind Kejriwal is politically ambitious. Kiran Bedi may go along with participating in a political party. Kiran Bedi and Arvind Kejriwal would go along with that point of view, but there are people like Medha Patkar, like Santosh Hegde, who are telling Anna Hazare, don't get involved in something like this. So what in your view has happened? You watched this from pretty close, Mr. Khera. Everyone's stunned today.
I have not advised.
Arnab,
yes.
to begin with, when it started, can I just...
yes.
Arnab?
Yes, go on, Mr. Khera.
Are you there?
Yep.
Yeah, you see, when it started, I don't think any one of them had any kind of a political motive to begin with, first of all, number one. I am convinced about that, number one. Number two, it has only been a 48-hour thing before they took this call. It has been such a drastic decision. I think this has been such a shock treatment to them that they have not even reconciled anyway to begin with. Many times people have afterthoughts, and people expecting somebody to give all the answers right on the spot. I don't think it is workable, and people do change minds, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's only 48 hours. Give it a little time. And of course, there are so many other things that have come up now.
I say
that when you are talking in terms of forming a political party, there are so many things involved in terms of, you said, candidates, money. How do you figure out what are the checks and balances to figure out that you would not go corrupt? Yeah, these things have to be issued. This is a natural process.
Anna Hazare is probably disillusioned with the entire, with the way this with the way things have panned out. He's perhaps disillusioned because, and I'll come to you, Suhel Seth, because I looked at this and I find that this team is not a registered organization or a corporate entity. It does not require formal dissolution. There is no need for an official announcement. The only reason for Anna setting this out, saying I have disbanded it, is he's sending two messages. One, this is my team. The authority drives from me. I have disbanded it. Hence, I do not give any moral support to this team anymore. This team is on its own. And then he did not take a single question. Mr. Bhatia also did not take a single question and just left Delhi. Suhel has a different reading. Go on, Suhel.
My reading is as follows.
Anna
Hazare is no fool. He's been with the people. He's been part of the people. He's led people movements. His decision was perhaps based on the following factors. Number one, why should I allow my credibility to be under a scanner for a team over which I have no control? And the team was seeming to be uncontrollable. There were fissures between them. There were fissures in their policy and what I call agenda elasticity. Remember, these were the guys who started with one bill and then went on wanting to change not just the country but the idiom of democracy, which to my mind was despicable. I said this on your program. These 5 people were not the sole arbiters of either morality or honorable justice to tell people that
that is not the issue tonight.
Representatives of civil society.
That is not the issue tonight, Suhel.
Tell you
the issue tonight is that did they draw their authority from Anna Hazare? Because would this team be what it is without Anna Hazare? Can Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi lead a movement on their own?
They drew their credibility, they drew their believability, and they drew their conscience-keeping abilities from Anna Hazare. Anna Hazare was the fountainhead of this triumvirate of morality, credibility and conscience.
Yes.
He didn't want a dilution whereby people would begin distrusting a movement that could have fired the
what has happened over
million Indians.
What has happened? Again, Arun Bhatia, you raise your hand there. So, my question to you is, will this team, this group of people, now if Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi and Shanti Bhushan and Prashant Bhushan get together and they say, okay, we're not team Anna, we are team whatever, XYZ. Will team XYZ have any public support without Anna Hazare's open participation?
None.
Will it have, Arun Bhatia, please tell me.
Yes, 2 points. One is that Anna Hazare is an ordinary human being. I mean, he's a human being caught between two strong points of view. One says join politics, but he also is a grassroots man. One says don't join politics, but at the grassroots there's a very strong feeling that the movement must become politicized, otherwise it becomes marginalized and sidelined. The young people that you meet, if you walk on the street in Pune also and ask them about Anna Hazare, they're all happy, but they say, give us something to do, give us an action plan, because the Lokpal thing has been confused very cleverly by the government, and we don't want to just spend our time writing blogs and sitting for fasts. What do we do? As soon as you say join politics, he has a face, he has an enemy, he has an action plan, defeat this guy in the ballot box. And then he starts moving. He gets his friends together, starts printing leaflets, whatever he has to do.
So Shekhar Singh,
strong call.
Anna
is caught in between these 2 points.
Shekhar Singh.
Anna is caught in between these 2 points of view. We have to give him time to chart out his
give him time. That's not an issue.
Right?
So what happens, Shekhar Singh, is a direct consequence of that, is that Anna Hazare asserts his own importance and reasserts the lack of importance of the people in the team who have been taking decisions for him. He has simply, by this one move, shown Arvind, Kiran Bedi and the others their place, and to also asserted how important he is to the team. It could be a strategic move.
Let me just remind people, which I think they've forgotten, that actually Arvind was the initiator of this whole movement. He was the one who approached Anna, he was the one who went to Kiran Bedi, went to Prashant, came to many of us also.
Yeah.
Now, he initially was the motivator of this. Number 2, let us not underestimate him. I think Anna has his own charm, but I think Arvind has his own abilities. He also is a very effective speaker. I might not agree with him. I haven't agreed with him in the past. I might not agree with him in the future. But let us not write him off. I think even without Anna, he is a formidable
Arvind the draw?
And that if
is Arvind the draw for the people, or is Anna Hazare the draw?
Well, if he...
You think Arvind is as big a draw?
At the moment... No, I am saying at the moment Anna is a bigger draw, certainly. But don't forget that is because the whole strategy was to have Anna as the primary figure.
Okay, so now
tomorrow if Arvind is going to launch his own movement, there is no reason to believe that he could not become a draw. I'm not saying he will or he won't,
Arvind
but
replaces Anna Hazare.
Evidence suggests that he has ability.
Kejriwal will never become Anna Hazare.
So Arvind replaces Anna Hazare, that's what you're saying.
He'll become a different sort of a leader.
Oh, so
he'll become a different sort of a leader. He could also be a draw for people.
Interesting. We're getting many points of view. I can extend this debate. Medha Patkar, can Arvind Kejriwal replace Anna Hazare? Is it possible?
I don't want to entertain such questions, because I don't want to give any blow to any movement. A movement matters, and it is accountable to thousands and lakhs of people. And the cause is so very important that those who may rejoice today saying that this movement has failed and so they have won, or have not really won the battle.
But you said, Medha Patkar, that think
far ahead.
You said,
I think, therefore,
you said think 100 times before joining politics. You said think 100 times before joining politics.
That's true. That is my opinion. That is our opinion, and so may be opinion of many people who are supportive of Jan Lokpal and many youths. And I would only advise them to join social movements, to join people's movement, remain in people movement, fight corruption, fight other vices in the society, fight injustice everywhere. And I think
but you've had a people's movement for many decades, but you've not launched a political party. You had a people's movement over several decades.
No, we did not, because we believe that because we have believed till today that the electoral politics is also not bringing in any magical change. Rather, that whole system is rotten, and going inside itself requires compromises. And
okay, quick response.
Compromises, and that is what. No, just one thing, Arnab, that I think the roles can be complementary, and one should not wipe off any one of them. And let us see how this small team, which is thinking of some change through electoral politics, and Anna Hazare,
no, it's entirely, everybody has a right to. No, there is no question, Medha Patkar, on whether somebody should or should not. The entire question is, one assumed that from April 2011, when they first sat at Jantar Mantar, to now, that the fountainhead of moral authority and guidance for this movement was Anna Hazare. Shekhar Singh says today Arvind Kejriwal could be a next Anna Hazare. No. Some people think he could not. I'm not taking a point of view. This question is to the viewers. Without Anna Hazare, can this team have the same kind of authority, respect, credibility and support? That's all. Now, some people may say he was a mascot. Anna Hazare was just a mascot, but obviously he served some purpose so far. Suhel, last word to you. Gentlemen, closing in 2 minutes. 1 minute.
Three things.
Quickly,
One is
quickly.
They built the brand by people wearing caps and on their hands saying, I'm Anna. He was the brand descriptor of the movement. Number two, there is a difference between the shrillness of age and the shrillness of youth. If Anna was critical of the government, people would have taken it as sagacity and a wise man talking. The shrillness of Arvind Kejriwal, to my mind, was not only rude, it was
response from Mr. Bhatia. I have limited time, so
finally, he drew sustenance. He drew sustenance from Anna Hazare's work experience with the grassroots.
I think that a second line.
Okay, Mr. Bhatia is getting a last rebut tonight on News Hour. Mr. Bhatia.
Sir, I think that a second line of leadership has emerged. Maybe thanks to Anna, under his umbrella, but it has emerged. And Arvind Kejriwal has carved out a very powerful position. And I think there are a lot of people, especially young people, who admire him for giving meat to the movement, taking names of Manmohan Singh and Mukherjee and all that. It's wrong to write him off.
Don't write off, Arvind says.
This is not a
Don't write off, Arvind says. Mr. Bhatia, my question goes to viewers tonight. Why do you think Anna Hazare disbanded his team within hours of the official decision to launch a political party?
We couldn't write off Shekhar Singh.
What's going on here? The story continues.
In this country, we couldn't write off Shekhar Singh and Deve Gowda.
We will watch the
prime ministers. Why on earth should we write off Arvind Kejriwal?
We will watch the space. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that.